you see an immigration truck or an immigration agent, what you're going to do is yell as loud as you possibly can, La Migra. And I mean at the top of your lungs. Make sure everyone around you can hear it. If there's any stores in the area, any restaurants, go in there and say, La Migra. Let them know that immigration is there. If an ICE agent comes up to you, do not confirm or deny anything. You have no idea who's an immigrant. You don't know anyone's legal status. Do not speculate either. If an ICE agent tries to talk to you, say, I'm sorry, I don't know, I can't help you. Keep it moving. You do not owe them anything. Did you see something? No, you didn't. You didn't see anything. This agent comes to your door and nicely asks you, have you seen your neighbor? Do you know who this neighbor is? No, you don't. You have no clue. Actually, you've never even been in the street. Please pass this along. You have no idea who this can help.
ICE is out here raiding people's apartments. I was driving to the office this morning. I saw the ICE truck. And I also saw a lot of police officers on the motorcycles. So you guys, please stay indoor and be silent. Even if they knock on your door, do not say a word. Like, just stay indoor at this point. Do not come out. Because they are literally targeting Hispanics. Because all the cars that got pulled over this morning, I believe over 30 cars got pulled over this morning. And they were all Hispanics. So just be mindful and beware of your surrounding at this moment, because they are out here looking for you guys. Like, this is insane. I'm still shaking because it was just like cars was just passing by. And I'm like, wait, am I getting pulled over? I'm not driving fast.
I don't know why it is hard for many people to understand that Latinos are like human beings and have goals and aspirations, and don't get it twisted. They're not here because they just woke up one day and wanted to be here. You know, it's deeper than that. And also, Latinos aren't just laborers doing back-breaking labor that no American wants to do. Yes, a huge majority of Latinos work in agriculture, work in construction, but like for you to be like, that's all they do is deeply upsetting. So maybe just think of them as human beings who came to this country and wanted a better life because of the deregulation and chaos happening back home, perpetuated probably more than likely by the United States. So yes, but also no. They're people too.
Hey guys, welcome back again to the channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So in today's video, this particular lady is talking about how she was stopped at Miami airport and being kind of profiled because she's a Latina and she's a Canadian, right? But Latino Canadian. So, and she gave them her passport. The questions that follows was something she doesn't understand, and she's feeling like, why us? Like, is this whole ICE raid, this whole deportation thing targeted at us, right? And you all know that a lot of people have been talking about the found out era, how the Latina community are part of the people who voted red. Their men were mostly the people who voted red, and they are kind of finding out according to what some persons are saying online. So this lady is just sharing her experiences and how she's feeling so bad about the whole experience. Okay, anyway, I'm just going to let this video roll. Then you let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, and please do to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. So let's go ahead, watch this video, then we'll come back and we'll talk more.
The Miami airport with immigration and deporting people from the airport, to watch that as a Canadian, wild. So I want to talk about Miami airport. Since you guys know, I went on a cruise to from Miami, and guys, the craziest thing happened to me today. So I'm coming back from my cruise, right? I'm coming back. You know, you gotta go through customs. You gotta do all that immigration stuff. Okay, let me show you something. They're crossing in there. They're asking for your passport. And I'm like, here you go. Ready to go. My bag's on here. Trying to cross. I can just sit down and relax, right? So there's this machine. It literally scans, like it scans your face, right? Officers, so officer will tell you if it's like red or blue. I think it was red, blue, and green or something like that. Mine turned red. Red. I'm like, and on the screen it says, don't quote me on the exact words, but it says something about immigrant. I was like, wait, what? So the officer's like, can you go on that line? Can you follow the yellow line over there? And the officer over there is going to talk to you and ask you some questions for review. What? Excuse me, what? So I go to the yellow line. The officer's there, asks me for my passport. I'm like, here you go, sir. Waiting for him to ask me my questions for review. I'm like, officer, what am I here for? Because my mom and my friend are over there. So why am I here? I don't understand. Takes my passport, but before he looks that it says Canada, he's like, where are you coming from? A cruise. Where did you go? Blah, blah, blah. What is your nationality? Canadian. Oh, you're Canadian. Turns my passport around, sees that it says Canada. I'm just like, yeah, I'm Canadian. So he's asking me all these questions. Number one, how long have you lived in Canada for? Sir, number one, I was born in Canada. Number two, he was like, who are you here with? Pointed out my mom and her friend. Then, number three, how long were you here for? It's been now 14 days. Asking me all those questions. And I was like, what's the point of this? He's like, because you're not a U.S. citizen. Yeah, I know. The reason why my passport says Canada. Are you guys catching my drift here? I'm in that line over there. But mind you, I'm the only one in this line. But then I go into a room. I'm just like, why am I going into this room? I'm Canadian. Anyways, I go into that room and I see a ton of people who are Hispanic in that room. And I'm just like, immigration? Why am I here? You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at mothers and people saying that they use like a work permit to go work somewhere. They're coming back to the States, Miami, but they're being sent home. Is because that little thing that scanned my face, I guess I was like that chosen one. I was chosen to go to that line, thinking that I'm probably an immigrant. It's illegal in the States, and I am going to be sent home, like deported. All those people that were in that room were getting deported back to El Salvador, Mexico, Panama, I think it was Guatemala, like so many different places. And then there's people crying, like so hurt, like the screams and stuff. It was sad to see. United States, that is some scary stuff. Wow. So those of you that are living in the States and are not legal in the United States, FYI, there's immigration at the airports now trying to catch people who are not U.S. citizens and being deported back home. Like having to watch that and you live in Canada, but having to feel because you're Hispanic and you're being treated differently, mind blown. Also, when my mom and her friend, they didn't get sent to that line because when I told them that I was with them, they just said to stand there. And once I told them that I was Canadian and that was my mom, and my mom had to show her passport too, they're like, it's okay, you can go. I could see that you're with her. I just want to say that I'm so sad to have witnessed that because I don't know what I would do if I was coming from a job from another country with a work permit that sent me there, and then all of a sudden I'm trying to come back to my home, to my family, and they stop me at the airport and immigration just takes me and tells me that I'm being deported back home because I'm not legal here. You know how painful that was to watch? I don't think I've ever watched something in real life that I've experienced that has to do with immigration or cops or anything like that than what I experienced in Miami airport. That's some scary stuff. And I'm Canadian, I'm so thankful for that, but I'm also Hispanic, and that is really sad to watch. And it's not only Hispanics. I'm speaking for myself because I'm Hispanic, but there's people out there that are not Hispanic, that they're from different other countries that are being deported. The United States wants to do things right and make things and put things in order. But don't forget that those immigrants that come to the United States are the ones that do a lot of the jobs out there. And people are going to come for me for that. But the ones who come to the United States to make a better living for themselves and their family, those are the hard-working ones that are being sent home. So this immigration officer is like, how do you know how to speak Spanish, but you speak perfect English? And you're Canadian. Before he knew that I was born there. I'm like, because my parents raised me speaking Spanish. I learned English in kindergarten. That's how I know how to speak it very well. And they look at you like mind blown, like you cannot speak good English because you're Spanish. And then it's just like you're English yourself, but you know some words in Spanish. Does that make you an immigrant? Does it? Does it? And those that are born in the United States, Miami, for example, where I was at, if they were born there and their families are with them for many years and they're now getting deported, you know what Trump said in his interview?
Well, I don't want to be breaking up families, so the only way you don't break up the family is you keep them together and you have to send them all back.
Even kids who are here legally?
Well, what you going to do if they want to stay with the father? Look.
So sorry for what is going on right now in the United States. I want things to be placed in order, but make it make sense. I just wanted to talk about the experience that I had in Miami airport and with the whole immigration happening, to give you guys some love and let you know what is happening out there. Just sending some love to you guys because I want everybody to be happy and spread that love with each other.
So, like she said, she was coming from she went on a cruise with her mom, and to think that her mom is there, like, the woman will be feeling somehow, seriously. And the daughter was the one that was pulled aside. If she is she is a Latino, that means the mom is. Why didn't you stop the mom? The mom has already crossed over, and it's this other young lady who they are stopping over, right? So she actually had the right to come out and speak her truth and say this is exactly what's happening. And I will feel somehow too if I was in that position of being stopped and you're carrying a Canadian passport, for God's sake. It's not like she's carrying a US passport. She's carrying a Canadian passport. And that's to show that she's not even a US citizen. She's not a US person. She only came there for whatever thing she came for, right? And not to stay. If not, she won't be carrying a Canadian passport. All of that questioning, I don't understand. Like, this is getting out of hand, seriously. But it's quite unfortunate that it's actually some people in that same community who stood up for everything that is happening now, right? And that's why it's as if everybody's trying to talk about them and all that. Because for God's sake, you know that some of your people are here. Some of your people are the ones who are going through, who will experience this even more. So if you watch my previous video, you see where a woman was talking about her nieces, her nephews, you know, being they came in illegally, and she doesn't mind if they get deported, that they can go home and try to come back later. Who told you that when people are deported, they can come back like almost immediately? It will take them time. See, even people that are outside who has not even come to the US before, you don't know how hard it is to get the visa to the US, right? So for them to start making the application already is also very hard. So that's why most times some people just go to a country maybe with a tourist visa, especially countries that are so easy to, maybe you can get documented through or work visa or through anything. Some of them just travel and they try to get legal in the country, and that's the best. Like, the best thing is for you to get legal in the country, because you will not even find yourself you will not find it easy at all. You will not find it easy. I always advise people, don't even travel to any country if you're not going the legal way. Don't even think about it, because you cannot find it easy. You cannot stay and be comfortable. The next knock you're hearing on your door, you're scared of something, you're scared of one person, and you can't even fight for your own rights, because you know that when it turns to something else, you are the verge of disappearing from that country. You are the verge of being sent home. So these are some of the reasons why it is very important for people to try as much as possible to get legal in countries. Okay, before you try to move to any place, make sure that there is plan, like direct plans on how you will get legalized in that country. Okay, I always advise people for that. Okay, but for people who are already in the country, US is a land of opportunities. I think these are the reasons why some of them go there and find a way to, you know, settle in by getting the legal documents. And it's quite unfortunate that this whole thing is going to also affect people who has already gotten that documents, who are law-abiding citizens, people who are natural born of the country, because we're just hearing different news on social media. You know, all of this is becoming too much. Like, I'm feeling for everybody at the same time, both the people who voted and people who didn't vote, right? At the end of the day, everybody's going to feel whatever is happening. Everybody's feeling it, okay? And to think that some of these people who are complaining voted for the same cause, okay, because this person was all out there telling you, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, but you decided to vote anyways, okay? So why are you all there complaining? For some of those people who has been crying on social media, why are you all there complaining? Anyway, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Let's have that conversation in the comments, and please do well to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. I look forward to seeing you guys on my next video. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Hi, guys.